Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, your Cancer July 2024 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel St. James, clairvoyant, and how good to see the subscribers back. I see you as being part of my extended family, truly I do. And for those of you who have been here before, you know that I provide to anyone over the world and from any country in the world over FaceTime and Skype clairvoyant reading or a healing. Now, healing is free and without any obligation. That gift was provided to me on the basis that I use it and I get nothing in return for it. So I do. Now, what we're going to do is take 5 cards. We only need to take 5 because they speak a lot to us, and you know that we don't have any advertisements breaking their way into this content, and so you get to enjoy all of it and the experience uninterrupted. Now, let's see. We just don't spend 5 seconds on a card, do we? No, they have a lot to say to us, so let's see what they have to say for you this month. Let's see here, and show me the magic. 3 of Pentacles. The Hermit. Hello, Hermit. I see you there, Hermit. 6 of Swords. Very interesting artwork on this. I think you'll agree with me in just a second. There's the Herald of Pentacles. What's something from down here? Might this be? That is the Knight of Pentacles. Quite the 3, the Herald, the Knight. Quite a material, satisfactory, and abundant month for you by the looks of it. Well, without giving anything away, I'll bring the camera around. You and I can have a good close look at the paintings on these cards together while they reflect the energy swirling around, and I'll do the reading for you. Now, what's going on here? Central energy, getting away from something, using that fine mind of yours, maybe with some alone time. You then come up with a plan, and it works beautifully to success and abundance. Let's have a look first, shall we, at this card here. And here is a boat on the water. Is it twilight? Is it night? Is it day? I think there's going to be more sunlight on you. This is moving you away from maybe some feeling of a painful grief, perhaps. There could be a conflict that you have been involved in. Or there's negativity around you which you're moving away from to get peace of mind and start to develop the new potential. Now, if your life has become overwhelming with difficulty, stress, and even feelings of not being able to do things, now there is a quiet, calm departure from those thoughts, giving you time to recover and dream of new horizons, as we will see in this Hermit that comes after it. Now, the way to understand this is to walk away from, just walk away from those unhealthy situations or people that are like vampires, sucking your light, sucking your life force, sucking your personal power, and stealing your self-worth. Well, if you do that, you'll find universal cosmic support guiding you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your life, and maybe even regaining some spiritual strength. And it's bringing about a fresh start. Now, this is a time when you will have the ability to think and to analyze, and you're going to put that together quite quietly, I think, and unify your ideas. And as a result of that, you're going to obtain an all-encompassing vision, an all-embracing understanding of where you stand and where you stand in relation to other people and situations. There's an objectivity coming here. Why is that? It's because I see here Mercury ruling the 2nd decan of Aquarius, that 30th of January to the 9th of February. Well, that airy planet of Mercury is finding itself now in the fixed sign of air, being Aquarius. That really highlights the mental, the intellectual qualities of this energy which is coming up to you now. Now, Aquarius, of course, is an air sign, and air signs can be detached and kind of intellectual by nature, I think. And Mercury's ability to think and sort things out brings to you now a clear perspective going forward. Now, this is suggesting that there should be some quiet time taken and a somewhat detached but balanced assessment of a situation or a person. And you need to analyze that thing without too much emotion to get the best result. Mercury is really one of the greatest gifts for Aquarius, because Mercury's ability to analyze things brings clarity to perspectives on what your future is. Now, these understandings that you have now, you don't just get it, but you can also talk about it thanks to the communication ability of Mercury. You can talk about things effectively to other people. It's as if all these varied ideas that have been going on around you in your head, they're all now meeting at one central point in your brain. And this allows for a new, really all-encompassing vision of things which brings the rose of realization into bloom. So what will be happening, and particularly as we move through this hermit energy that's coming here, is that you will be stepping away from difficult situations, cutting through illusions or overly optimistic ideas that you had, any fixed ideas that you had, and you'll be moving into the position of truth. And you get a clearer picture as to what's going on. Now, whatever difficulties you have experienced, and whatever aggravation that it had for you, well, that conflict, it's now leaving. Now, you may feel drained by that, but remember, these feelings of being drained come from outgrown perspectives and attitudes. You're outgrowing them. The new you needs to shift into a higher way of thinking. And you can do this in a safe place, where you can pick up the pieces. This is representing you getting stronger mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Your life is really moving in a positive direction now. Of course, the tides are always shifting and changing between the extremes of the positive energies and negative energies, aren't they? Well, just stay centered, stay balanced, while going with the rhythm. There is, I've got to say, and it's coming into here, I mean, this is overlapping it somewhat, that there is a new clarity now that has come from learning from difficult experiences. You've grown through some tough times, I think, and now you have a handle on life and can make intelligent decisions that are going to benefit you. There's a greater level of awareness to your thinking now. There could well have been something that you haven't really been able to get to grips with, which now that you can. Because you have now the ability to understand on different levels and from different angles. Now, where are and what are the ruts in your life? Trust your insight and communicate in a way that others are going to understand, and allow that rose to unfold and say to yourself, the rose of recognition blossoms in my heart. Now, as I foreshadowed just there, this is saying that yes, you are going to have some peace. This is a somewhat traditional version of the hermit. And it's bringing time when you can get answers to questions that you have, where you kind of step out of the darkness, like the hermit. Now, the hermit's number, the Roman numerals, are 9, which is about completion, breakthrough, and initiation. 9 is the sacred number, of course. If you multiply any number by 9 and then add up the numerals, it will always come back to 9. 9 2s are 18, 1 and 8 are 9, 9 3s are 27, 2 and 7 are 9, and so on and so on. And you can multiply trillions and trillions together by 9, and they'll come up together. Well, this is really an inner guiding light, I think, for you, coming from the Well, from being itself. It's the way shower that's bringing you spiritual wisdom and practical advice. Now, clearly, I think that you might be seeking guidance. There's very good healing energy around here. Well, this energy is the wise one, your guide, helping you along the journey to recognize the deeper value of your life. And I think that this is bringing a time for review and looking in upon yourself and the opportunity to develop your inner wisdom by seeking guidance, prayer, meditation, even seeking outside help. There's something of a withdrawal from here, a sabbatical, a bit of a mental health break where you can put together your plans and recover and heal from those things which might have been driving you crazy before. You do get that healing here. This is really signaling a time to enjoy and appreciate the simple joys in life. Now, incidentally, don't be surprised if at this time you don't have people also asking you for advice and you giving advice to them, becoming something of a counselor or a mentor to them. There's a completion here, well, a harvesting and a resting in your own center. There's a journey inward, I suppose. But you need courage to go in, and you need to trust yourself. And when you do that, you will be rewarded. Now, you have now this opportunity to get away from, well, what you are doing it, because it's been said to get away from a situation or a person that has been troubling you in order to get a better insight into it. I think you might also become aware of something that you were previously in the dark about. And spending some alone time is good to you because it allows you to get in touch with your untapped wisdom. So be happy to be alone. And by the way, do not concern yourself with people who don't understand you, who would rather see you being as one of the sheep in the flock. You have your own great life to live. But I will ask you this, do you have any unresolved situations or relationships in your life? Make a list of all of those things and bring them to completion. Because whoever does embark upon the search for and seek the guidance of the internal light, you can't be weighed down by unresolved conflicts. Accounts must be settled, you understand that? But say to yourself, I enjoy the feeling of completion and resolution, and I will not compromise on that which is important to me. Now, you see, when you do this, of course, it just gets better and better for you, because here on that same horizontal, we have now the Three of Pentacles. Well, it's as if time has stood still while engaging and luxuriating in the vision of God. Well, I can tell you that on the other side, there is no time. There is just an eternal present. That's by the by. What this energy is saying here is that you now do have, following this process, you brought the power of your creativity to a higher level. And this is saying that this is a time when you are sort of channeling the divine inspiration which you got from the hermit into your life's work. You are experiencing a creative high point in your life where new ideas and breakthrough moments come about. This is a very expanding and creative mind which you have. You've got the ability to turn thoughts into things. Well, to understand this, you've got to be committed to a goal and focused on it. Plan, prepare, and focus on improving your skills. And then you will discover what your true work and purpose is. The benefit of this energy can't be overstated, particularly when you look at the astrology, which I see as being the sun in the second decan of Aries, the 31st of March to April the 9th. Well, the sun is exalted in Aries, and this placement is very favourable. And Aries, as a sign, enjoys challenges, and Aries suns, they work at their best when your life is moving forward and you are active. There's a lot of self-confidence here. No compromises, which also comes from that hermit card. But there's the crystallization of ideas here. That is, turning things into reality. This is a confirmation that you are on the right path by going through that process indicated by the hermit. And you might even be thinking about how can you turn a hobby into a business. Certainly your body, your mind, and your spirit will be in harmony. Now, out of this state, you will not put up with any compromises. And you're going to give your power free play, I think. And you're not going to give your power over to someone else in any attitude of subjugation. But the overwhelming message that's coming through here is that there is the need for stabilization, structure, planning, and persistence. Persistence is more important than money, intelligence, background, where you grew up, or anything. If you persist, you will be able to pursue your true calling. Now, because this is turned up, you could actually end up finding the type of work that you really do enjoy doing. And it does signal that you've done a good job with things. Now, there's success, reward, and a recognition coming to you, I think. I think this is also a time when you really are developing your skills and talents. You have learned, I think, now that planning, preparation, and focus are a must for goals to be realized. And there's a creative energy and a universe supporting you, which are pushing you forward. It's never too late to go for your dream. Now, this is also saying, I think, that you should understand what your virtues are and trust yourself to make the right decisions in your life and not be held back by fear. So this is also about looking inside, as this hermit was doing, as well as outside, with honesty and no compromise. And it's important to operate from a place of integrity when making decisions at the moment, and to have clarity of mind and heart before taking action. Otherwise, the best results won't be obtained. And if you don't have that clarity, don't act. But if you do, now is the time to act. So pay attention to your own point and internal stillness. Center yourself and overcome. Are there still any reasons for self-doubt within you? Banish them. If you are not centered and feel doubts lingering within, give yourself a mental software upgrade and tell yourself you can succeed. Because you should be saying to yourself, I have the power and virtue to understand and to know. Now, there are a couple of court cards around at the bottom where they're not. Yeah, eeny, meeny, I will do this one. The Knight of Pentacles. These court cards, as you would know, can refer, irrespective of how they may be drawn, they apply to both females and males, as the case may be. Well, here's straightforward. This is a knight who presumably he and his family have been in service to the monarchs for generations. I really get the energy of a shaman, a magician around here. He is at peace with his environment, sensitive, stable, reliable. What's also important about him is that he takes full responsibility for his life actions and his choices, and he understands the need to make and keep commitments. When he turns up like this, he brings you success through hard work. And I think it says that finances are going to be getting better for you. Well, you may be at a loss to understand how that can be. It might be because there's some sort of a gift that's coming along here. Do you know, the energy that I get up from here is very much the same as the energy from what we call the Archangel Uriel. See, Uriel is the guardian of nature spirits and brings the gift of deep understanding of natural laws of nature to humanity, as well as the light of God. And Uriel is the angel of peace and forgiveness. And he brings success through hard work. And it says that there could well be travel around here as well. You are now going to be very energetic. You are someone who will be able to really sort out and bring a lot of energy to bear on practical matters, things involving the use of the hands. You'll be very energetic and you'll have persistence. You'll be very persevering. You'll be very competent and quite ingenious. And ingenious in ways where you find other things lying around. You say, hey, maybe I can use it in this way as well. And you won't be put off course. You will be able to adapt to circumstances and turn them to your advantage with a slow, steady, well thought out plan. And you will have a mastery of design and structure. Now, I do get architecture and design around here, but it's not just limited to that, because you might be involved in design when it comes to presenting yourself to other people. Nothing is going to be able to stop you. Nothing is going to break your determination to reach your goal. Because this energy shows that even in the most important and serious situations, that this energy proves again and again that you will be unshakable and possess good judgment and persistence. I also think that this is a time when you really are organizing the practical matters around your life, things to do with health, career, things that are tangible to you, that type of thing. But this is saying that it is now, having gone through that process, the time to take action. Because if you do, important experiences are going to result. Now, what activities do you enjoy? What activities would help you towards your self-realization? So maybe find a physical, creative activity in which you find joy and fulfillment. And say to yourself, I can and am finding the work that fulfills and satisfies me. And finally, we come to this. Now this is something that is doing what? There's a horn which is pushing out abundance, I think. This may well be. I don't think it's Michael. I'm getting more the Raphael vibe around this. You are going to be beautiful, strong, pregnant with life, generous, kind, and benevolent, I really do think. You will have the ability to turn ideas into reality. This is a very fertile energy around here. Now, this is also a time when you will find that you are deciding to follow your will or true purpose in life. So this is also about getting into touch with that most important aspect of you and protecting it, just as this archangel protects you. A lot of healing around here. Now, you might hear of a physical pregnancy, but it can also refer, of course, to the birth of ideas. It's a very productive time for you. I think it's a productive time after what may well have been something of a barren stretch. Would I be right in saying that? You're going to be very peaceful by nature. But try and avoid conflict if you can, because you may not deal with it all that well. I'm also getting the feeling of motherhood, parenthood, marriage around here. This is very good for people in a domestic life here. There's new life coming to you now. It's as if the energy of the cosmos is becoming visible through you and your deeds, and that energy is impregnating everything with its divine quality. Now, the creation which takes place in darkness and stillness is going to emerge and spread the divine, the light, sharing it once again with the mother who gave it birth. So something new, I think, is entering into your life, so get ready for it. Now, what must you do in order to be ready for something new to enter into your life? Say this to yourself, because it is definitely true for you now, and you deserve it. I am now ready for the new beauty in my life. What a great energy set for you, and you did a great job. I'm sure you enjoyed that reading as much as I enjoyed providing it to you, and wasn't the artwork on the cards actually quite haunting and beautiful, don't you think? Yeah, I don't know what I'd done with this deck. I'd lost it for a number of years, and I just found it yesterday. So I want to use it. Now, unless I see you again, unless I see you privately for a clairvoyant reading or for a healing, then I'll see you here again in the same place next month. So until I do see you again, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. And until then, it's bye for now.